Do you know any first-time home buyers thinking of getting into homeownership? Welcome back. I'm Michael Shuster, Forest Hill Real Estate. Whether you're buying a condo, a townhouse, or a detached house, there are credits and rebates that can make it easier for you. Today I'm going to share 4 of the biggest credits or rebates that are available to first-time home buyers in Ontario. The first one is land transfer tax rebates. One of the biggest closing costs when you buy a house are the land transfer taxes. Now here in Ontario, there's a provincial land transfer tax, and if you live in the city of Toronto, they have an additional municipal land transfer tax. Land transfer tax rates are generally between 0.5% and 3% of the home purchase price. Both Ontario and Toronto offer rebates for first-time home buyers. Now these programs reimburse some or all of the land transfer taxes. Toronto has a rebate up to $4,475 and Ontario a rebate up to $4,000. Now please remember, if you're buying the home with someone who is not a first-time home buyer, this might prevent you from qualifying for some of the benefits or all of the rebates. Number 2, the home buyer's tax credit. The home buyer's tax credit allows first-time home buyers to claim $5,000 of a property purchase on their tax return. With current tax rates, that results in about a $750 rebate. Number 3, the home buyer's plan. The home buyer's plan is not a credit per se. Instead, it's a way for you to increase your down payment with money from an RRSP. So it effectively increases how much mortgage you can qualify for and how much you can afford to carry. First-time home buyers can withdraw up to $35,000 from an RSP, but it'll need to be repaid on a non-deductible basis within 15 years to avoid a financial penalty. Number 4, the first-time home buyer incentive. Now this is also not a rebate. This incentive is a shared equity mortgage with the Canadian government. With this program, the government takes a 5 to 10% stake in your home with you retaining exclusive access. This lets you buy a home with a smaller deposit and it lowers your monthly mortgage payments. Now the government contribution needs to be repaid within 25 years based on the home's market price at the time that the incentive is paid back. This means that if your home's value goes up, then the government also benefits from the increase. The same happens if your home value goes down. It doesn't suit everyone. Firstly, not all home buyers will want a shared equity mortgage. Secondly, the incentive has some very specific eligibility criteria which limit the types of buyers that the incentive is useful for. So if you're wondering if or what qualifies as a first-time home buyer, other than the obvious, you're generally considered a first-time home buyer if you have not previously had any ownership or stake in a home at any time. And here's some good news if you're not a first-time home buyer, but you're getting a divorce. There are new laws that recently were announced that some people might qualify as a first-time home buyer and for the home buyer incentives after divorce. Even though someone was a homeowner before their divorce, this new incentive appears to consider the financial realities of some people going through divorce and the difficulty in buying a new home after you've split your assets. Secondly, keep in mind that if you're a first-time home buyer, but your buying partner isn't, you may only be able to claim a portion of the program. And finally, please keep in mind that the property that you're buying generally needs to be your main residence, or what they call owner-occupied. Exact rules vary, but you'll typically need to move in shortly after the purchase. And you must be a resident of Canada to apply for first-time homebuyer programs. Some programs also require you to be a permanent resident or Canadian citizen. Now, if you want more information about first-time home buying and the incentives, I can definitely answer your questions. I can also introduce you to my favorite mortgage broker and real estate lawyer to answer all of the questions that you might have about what I just said. So just email me with any real estate questions that you have. Mike@TheREguy.ca. It's always strictly confidential and there's never any obligation or pressure. I just love to talk real estate. And remember, when it comes to real estate or any other experience or process in life, if there was a better way, wouldn't you at least want to know about it? Thanks for watching.